Hello. It says nobody's in here. It's weird. Especially for this book. Damn, this book looks fire too. Hey, Scott. Look at you. It's just you and me, dude. Apparently people are doing something today. For those people that are rewatching this video, we start at about 4 minutes in. And so if you want to fast forward to 4 minutes, if this is not live, that's when we'll begin reading. Right now we're at 1 minute. 1 minute. Oz, you're supposed to wait till today. I haven't read it yet. You know what sucks is I got 3 covers, and this is the cheapest one I got. And this one's like near mint, perfect. And I don't want to read it, but I have to. Hola, David. We're going to read Absolute Carnage #1 in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Again, if you guys are joining this not live, you got to fast forward to 4 minutes in, and we'll begin the reading session. We usually wait a couple minutes for Chef Marcos to come in and tell a joke. He has exactly 2 minutes and 10 seconds to do that. So for those who, what's up, dude? So for those who do this every week with me, next week is Silver Surfer 3. Dude, I have good feelings about that book. I was torn between Fantastic Four 13 and Silver Surfer 3. Got to go with Silver Surfer 3. I would suggest picking it up, even if you're not going to read it. And I'll post that after this. There's also an auction tomorrow, 24 hours from now. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds waiting on Chef Marcos for his joke. The book tonight is Absolute Carnage #1. I will read the first page. How do you make a tissue dance? You blow. I don't know. Oh, put a little boogie in it. That's a good one. I know Scott has a joke too. Chef Marcos has 1 minute. Oh, he didn't even wait for the punchline. He just did it. You didn't miss it yet, intellect. Come here, Doogie. We're going to start in about 40 seconds. In your basket. So we're going to be reading this. I'll let the dog out. You want to go out? Well, Chef is late. Oh, David. Okay, so we're going to start reading Absolute Carnage. I'll read the first page to you guys. This actually looks really good. Chapter 1, The Bleeding King. It says, at one of the lowest points of his life, disgraced reporter Eddie Brock came into contact with an aggressive and parasitic alien organism called the symbiote. Sensing Brock's anger, the creature bonded with him, and their union granted him powers similar to those of the Amazing Spider-Man, as well as a number of unique abilities, and the two fought crime as Venom. Hey, Shortbox. But Brock and the symbiote are separated now, driven apart after Eddie learned it had been tampering with his memories prior to the War of the Realms. He also learned that he has a son named Dylan who has been led to believe that Eddie is his older brother. All this while a familiar evil has been at work on the per- periphery of Eddie's world, with Eddie and everyone he cares about dead in his sights. Somehow, Brock will need to keep himself and his son alive through the coming storm. Absolute carnage. Okay, so here's where we start reading, guys. If you have the book, Absolute Carnage, start reading. Every once in a while, we'll stop. I'm going to start on the first page. Ooh, they talked about no. Shaw, message me on Instagram and I'll get back to you. The Codex. Ooh, trying to wake up Noel. It's basically like Venom keeps going. Damn, you're right, dude. The art is fire.
Oh, shit. I don't know how far you guys are, but they went to Peter Parker's house. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Chapter 2, The Godson. I'm at chapter 2 now. Spider-Man looks cool, dude. Wow, the art is absolutely incredible. Carlos, every Thursday at 7, we read a comic together. I mean, I know I'm not reading it aloud, but that's what we do. Tonight's Absolute Carnage. We're halfway through it. Next week is Silver Surfer 4. Oh, I'm sorry, Carlos.
Oh, that's hot, Carlos. Sick. Oh shit, Normie's in here. All right, I'm on chapter 3, the long red dark. All right, Carlos. Damn. Damn. I think we're going to be seeing the Red Goblin soon. Are you guys done yet? Whoever was in here. I can read the last part here. Cletus Clubhouse. At last, after over a year of planning and 6 months of work on this issue alone, Absolute Carnage #1 is a comic book that exists that you get to hold in your hands right now. If this is your first Venom book in a while, or your first one ever, welcome. We hope you survived the experience. Donnie and Ryan and Frank and Clayton. No. I mean, no. They kind of explained it all, but I mean, I already did read all the other stuff. We're so happy that you joined us for this crazy, terrifying ride. It represents literally the culmination of everyone's efforts for over a year. So we hope you enjoy this first chapter, and let me be the first to say things only get crazier from here. I know what you're saying to yourself. Crazier than Norman Osborn wearing the Carnage symbiote again? Comics don't get any crazier than that. This is Cletus Cassidy Carnage we're talking about, with Cates and Stegman at the helm. So you bet they do. That kind of refreshes you. The madness started back in January. In their first full week of 2019, Donnie and Ryan both came to the Marvel offices to discuss what was then just going to be an arc of Venom, maybe a crossover with Spidey at most. Absolute Carnage. 3 days later, after talking through the story itself, everyone in the room knew we had something special on our hands. A love letter to all the symbiotic stories Marvel's creators had crafted over these years. Absolute Carnage will stretch into every corner of symbiote mythos. Symbiotes, young and old, will find their way through the streets of New York, and you won't want to miss a single page. But there will be plenty of time for selling later. First, let's dive into some letters. I'm not going to read the letters. Damn, there's a lot of books. I told my store I want 2 of everything. So that's good. That was a good read, man. The art was incredible. You're right, Eddie. You did a good job. I hope the Red Goblin comes back strong, like the kid or something, because I got a bunch of those. Yeah, it has an order to read, though. I mean, a lot of those books from next week. Let's see what they got next week. I have them right here. Absolute Carnage, Scream, Separation Anxiety, there's a bunch of them, dude. Yeah, but don't they all connect, Eddie? I think. Yeah. The variants are going to be shit. The variants cost me $50 and I only got 2. Anyway, I know that there's more Absolute Carnage next week, but at least it's going to be a fun read. War of the Realms just bored the shit out of me. I got a short box and I'm pissed off. Next week is Silver Surfer Black #3. I had to do it because Donny Cates is known for his #3, so that could be a pretty big book. So that's for next week. I'll put it up in a minute. I paid $20 for the Del Auto, and I paid $30 for the 2 per store Premier variant. I hate you. Yeah, I usually would, but this for some reason they charged me extra this week. I was a little shocked. Yeah. It's a lot of books, but I mean, I'm more interested in the Silver Surfer storyline right now just because Symbiote got on Surfer #2 for a brief second. And, dude, that's a good story. It's going to be interesting. But anyway, that's it for tonight. Next week, Silver Surfer Black #3. If you're into that stuff, come on by at the same time. And I hope you guys enjoyed reading quietly. Yeah, I guess so, Wiz. Yeah, possibly. Anyway, I am out of here till tomorrow at 7. A little auction tomorrow. 69, Craig. Later.